Rich Rising, my loves. So I'm here to get you guys a past life, a past life narrative. I haven't gotten you guys a past life narrative lately. So Rich Rising, my loves. And if this is your first time here, let me tell you who I is. I am Regal Essence. I am Queen TV. I am Queen TV After Dark. I am Life is a Love Goddess. I am Life is a Laid Back Mom. I'm your crystal healer and dealer. I'm your past life princess. And I'm some like ABA therapist and pre-K teacher. Hey, boos. Hey. Ooh, Unrequited Love jumped out. So listen, you guys, for my 50th birthday, I'm gonna put that back. For my 50th birthday, I wrote a very healing transmission. It's for the woman who is returning softly back to her goddess energy, softly back on your throne after experiencing some of the hardest things in life, some of the hardest relationships in life, all of that good stuff. So listen, if you are looking or you are in the midst of landing softly back home, right? Because the turtle, my book talks a lot about the turtle energy, right? And the turtle energy carries her home with her. And as a person who has experienced homelessness and things of that nature, I had to go within. I had to find home within first. So I'm going to teach you guys how to ground that energy softly into your life. So let's get into it. So past life narrative. The reason why we want to know about our past life is a lot of times past life cycles, past life energies reappear in this current life, and we don't be knowing what is going on, right? So understanding your past life will help you be able to identify certain cycles that you're going through in this lifetime, and as well as certain karma that you were here to balance out. When we talk about our past life, we think about karma in three ways, okay? So you're either here balancing out karma in that you had to deal with something and you're not dealing with it at all whatsoever, unrequited love. So as we know right now in the media, we're seeing a lot of unrequited love, right? A lot of relationships that are built on faulty foundations and the love is not returned. One person loves another person more than the other, right? So that is a karma that you could be working out in lifetime, that in this current lifetime. We don't realize that sometimes people get involved with toxic people and we like, how in the world, why in the world would they ever? Their soul had a contract to work out. Their soul had something to work out. And unfortunately, the person that's normally deemed as the bad guy in the situation was the person that agreed to come and teach your soul some lessons, be it easy lessons, beautiful lessons of love, right? Or karmic lessons of how we need to put ourselves first, love ourselves more than we love other people, not be in competition with people. When we're in competition with people, we will find ourselves in situations that we would normally never even give any attention to. Okay, so let's be mindful of that. So listen, all right, so we're here to balance out karma if we're talking about our past life. So something you may have dealt with in the past life, you're not dealing with it at all whatsoever in this lifetime. Fuck that shit, right? Now, you can also have karma that you're balancing out. Like, I was okay in the past life, but I may have done a little bit too much. And now in this lifetime, I need to put some boundaries in place, right? Using myself as an example. See, I may have been a spiritual teacher in every past life, right? And I may have done it completely for free, just out of the goodness of my heart. In this current lifetime, I may be here to earn money off of my gift, right? So it's a balancing of karma, right? And then the third one is a reverse of fortune, meaning something that you totally and completely did not have in a past life. You know what? Let me clarify my second point, because that can also be considered a reverse of fortune. So as it relates to boundaries, let's go a little bit further. Say you overgave, right? You read and you doing this and you doing that and you're not getting it reciprocated. In this lifetime, you're here to balance that out and be like, you know what? I'm going to give a little bit. At the same time, we're going to have a balance in the give and take. I'm not going to overgive, okay? And then you can also be here to experience a reverse of fortune, meaning I lost some shit in the past life, and in this lifetime, I'm here to get it back, all right? So let's see what past life narrative we're going to get into today. So unrequited love. We got galactic, meaning that there are some starseed origins, and we got father. So let's see how I'm going to do Father. Let's see how Father brings all this into play. So we got Father, we got Galactic, and we got Unrequited Love. So we know that with unrequited love, that can mean we got into relationships that were karmic in nature, where the love was not reciprocated. So we're here to do a better job, okay? And maybe, let's talk about it. I just got the download. All right, so you are a galactic starseed, okay, that may have experienced unrequited love in your situations, right? In your family situations, okay? However, you're the only starseed. You're the only starseed in the family, so you have felt unloved, or you felt like an outcast or a reject, or like the black sheep in the family, okay? But it's past life. So let's get into Galactic, because I just want to send a little shout out to my star seeds in the motherfucking building. And if you are let me just chill. It's probably going to tell us. All right, so let's get into it. Galactic, number 42. Let's go. Galactic. This may be your first time. This may be your first time on this planet. So if you probably feel alien if you don't belong. Earthly customs such as marriage, parenthood aren't natural for you, so you may not participate in them. You may also find earthlings to be very physically and psychologically and emotionally violent. I definitely do. Your highly sensitive nature may be assaulted by such harsh energies. You may just want to get away with everyone. Get along with everyone and be as kind as possible. You may want to get away too, right? Okay. Your compassion helps defend the world's tensions, making the entire universe a more peaceful place. So remember, what little bit you do to bring higher light and higher consciousness down onto the earth plane, every little bit counts, okay? So always be a light, always take that time to be sweet, tender, especially when it comes to kids, okay? All right, you may find earthly relationships confusing and may feel more at home with technology or energy healing. Get into it. If you find other star people, you'll discover the kinship that you're seeking. You'll sense those from other planets tend to be shy and socially awkward. You may need to go where they gather, such as online message boards, computer courses, science fiction conventions, scuba diving retreats, or maybe ski retreats. I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of people skiing, and also Reiki classes. Okay. So yes, that's so interesting because we got the card fatherhood. So let's look up what father has to say and how that's going to bring it all into play. So for my little people that are feeling very alien, you may be a star seed. Make sure you do a little research on star seeds. That has been something that I have talked about heavily over the last few years. So what they want to tell us about father, this card indicates that your father in this lifetime was with you in prior lives. Any issues you've had with your father likely began long ago. So some of us have karmic relationships with our parents, and we talked about family and things of that nature when we talked about galactic, right? So some of us are starseeds, and we came to be that different person, that standout person in the family to bring healing and resolve to certain trauma, right? Healing to certain relationships, right? To bring a new way of doing things into the family. Yeah, all that good stuff. Any issue that you've had with your father likely began long ago. Look at this card and what draws you prior. Look at this card that you draw prior to and after this card, as they will yield clues about the previous lifetimes that you two shared. You may not. So we got unrequited love and galactic. Okay, so perhaps you had a relationship with your father in a past life, and there was some unrequited love. Okay, and you're also a star seed, so you came to disrupt shit. All right, he may not have been your father in those lives, though, as souls continue to reincarnate together in different roles. To break any negative patterns with your father's soul, be willing to release old anger or unforgiveness. This can be conscious or unconscious emotional energy stored in your psyche, okay? Just your willingness to clear toxic relationship energy is enough to initiate the healing process. Remember that forgiveness doesn't mean that you approve of this person's actions, okay? It simply means that you are no longer willing to carry around any anger energy. And I love that because we have to realize that when we release people and we let people go, we're actually clearing up energetic space. Okay, it's not for them, it's for you. And when you clear energetic space, you make room for more of the things you want: more abundance, more love, more peace, more calm. Okay. If you totally forgive your father and yourself, you no longer have to reincarnate with that soul. Let me repeat that again. By releasing the past, you subsequently heal your present and your future. If you totally forgive your father and yourself, you no longer have to reincarnate with that soul. I think that's worth it, right? To never have to do life with that person again, whether they was a toxic husband in a past life and now they're your dad in this life, or vice versa. Like, wouldn't that be wonderful to never have to see that mofo again? So you will no longer have to reincarnate with that soul unless you choose to. You retain only the lessons, the growth, and the love. As an added benefit, the healing work that you do with your father helps all of the relationships you have with men. Clickety clock it. I'm gonna leave it there. Okay. So the way we're gonna bring it into is use a galactic mofo, right? And then also too, we talked about unrequited love. So when you heal the relationship with your father, you can also heal the relationships that you have with other men in your life, because you may have had an unrequited love with your father, okay, and that's affecting your love life right now. Oh, get into it. So listen, we also, as we learn about our past life, we break past life curses. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all. That was juicy. That's all I got for you guys. Do me a favor. If this video resonated with you, drop me a comment below. Let's get to know each other in the comments. Share this message for when you need a little pick me up. Share this video with your friends. And remember, I love you. Peace.